the gentleman to my left, who will rejoining the Lakers.
Yes.
We're talking about one of the reasons that LeBron always wants to come back. And he said one of the reasons this year is because of the chemistry and the cohesiveness that you guys developed. And that was a big part of it. What's your thought on how that chemistry developed last year and what you guys were able to achieve given the start that you had?
Yeah, like he just said, you just said, I came from, end of the June. I joined the team from end of June, January. But, it's been crazy. Like we talk about, I feel like we had a 3 different seasons. The first year, like when the season started, and then when the trade deadline, and the playoff, and each time, every game we waited, our chemistry getting stronger and stronger. And you guys saw it in the playoff. Like we had a great chemistry. We didn't. We ended up in the way that we want to be, but we felt like, okay, if we have a little bit more time, we can get it. So that's why we talk about it. We got to run it back, and look what happened. We hit back.
Rui, we talked to a lot of fans, and this is truthful because we mentioned it a lot on our shows. Going into free agency, when we asked which Laker you want back, it was Austin Reaves and you. People wanted you back. Take us through the process to come back, and was there ever a doubt in your mind?
No, that was of course, Lakers was my first option, and there's only one option.
But you're a businessman.
I didn't want to go any other team, but, this is the team, I like here, I was only here for like 3 months, then I already, I really like here, so that's why, I talked to my agents about it, that's how I feel, and I was able to come back, so I'm so happy about it,
Obviously, you get the deal done, and then it's straight to work. Darvin mentioned on Thursday to the media just how much you guys have been preparing this off season. One of which he mentioned you worked out alongside LeBron quite a bit. LeBron calls you his understudy. Having said that, first and foremost, what's it like to be able to work out alongside LBJ?
Man, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just thought about you never really seen his workouts. Summer during the summer. So I was honored to join with him, his workouts, and to see little details, it's not only the basketball, just the weight room, what he does for his body care and all that, I was able to learn a lot of stuff from him, this summer. So that's the one thing, it's just you can't really price it, it's just I'm so happy about it, and that's gonna help my career. I feel like
At some point you had a breakthrough. I mean, obviously when you play with major stars, LeBron, AD, you defer a little bit because you're not used to the system yet. But at some point you had a breakthrough, full of confidence, and I think when we began to see that, because we were in the studio and I said, the brother has found that dog in it. You went to the hole, you stuck it on him, and I just want to know, what were you thinking about when you got to that? Obviously, you had to get comfortable with the system and new players.
I think it started with the communication. I started talking to Brown. I started asking the question about him, AD, and of course the Phil was the one connecting me and Brown, together. So. I want to shout out to Phil too. I watch a lot of film with him. Just to watch actually the basketball. His the Browns, AD, what they want to do, what they like to do, and I watch a lot. Off the court. So that actually helped me. And just each game. I just trying to adjust it and adjust, and it worked out. So yeah.
Two-part question. You were incredible in the playoffs last year, as Big Game James mentioned. What was that experience like for you? What did you learn about yourself? And then I have a team question. What was your favorite moment of the playoffs?
And it's tough, but of course the first game of against the Memphis. I don't know. I knew when I start when I got on the court, I felt that. I feel like, okay, this is the game. Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is the day. I think but. It's always for me, it's bigger games, I get more motivated, and I get more get my power up, so my, I like those big games, it's just that's how I've been since I was kids, all the big moments, I get better, that's how I play. So.
Even playing baseball?
That's fun.
So yeah, that's how I am, but I learned a lot of stuff, of course, but it's just the big moments, the bigger moments, I just get, my strengths up. So yeah.
So many people have put so many expectations on you, and a variety of players, if you will, especially when it comes to the great ones or the ones they see potential in. What are the expectations you've placed on yourself coming into this upcoming season?
You know, it's just, you know, of course, people talk about, for sure, the shooting, my 3 points, you know, those kind of stuff. And also, like, you know, I think I need to play more like a girls, like a 3 positions, you know, which I like 4, but, you know, it's just 3, 4s right now is like kind of same thing. So, you know, you just got to, you know, adjust a little bit. But, you know, I think those kind of stuff, shooting and then like ball handling, those going to be the big key for me. And then the rebound, too. The rebound's going to be, yeah.
Yeah, don't take this personally, but I compare you a little bit to Kawhi Leonard. The shoulders, the size. I've never seen you been denied to get into your spot to get your shot off. You rarely get it blocked, and you can defend on both ends. Have you studied his game or looked at his game to compare to yours? Because I see a lot of similarities in size and strength and delivery and efficiency.
Yeah, it's funny because when I first time I came in the States and for the college, you know, that's why people start saying that you look like you play like a Kawhi.
Well, I'm not the first one. Okay. All right.
So that's why then I started watching him a lot. You were in the college, like when I was in college, and then like, you know, even in the league when I got in the league, you know, I was watching him a lot. So it might be, it came from there. Like, you know, his mid-range game, you know, like it was crazy, you know. So I watched him a lot for sure.
Is there a guy who are you most excited to see in training camp? You know, like besides yourself, obviously, but like, I can't wait to see this guy.
Tough.
I know, right?
From our team, right? Like,
yeah. I don't care about anybody else.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, Austin, you know, he had a great summer, you know. I watched him, you know, a lot. And the FIBA is different, you know. I talked to him, too, a little bit about it. It's like, FIBA game is, like, different. People think it's easier, but I'm not saying who's better or not, but, like, FIBA game is up there, you know. So, like, whatever he was doing was, like, it's great, you know. So, you know, he for sure, you know, he got better for sure since the, you know, playoffs, too. So I'm excited to see him, you know. I think he got a little bigger, too, a little bit. And taller, maybe? I don't know.
A little bit. He looks, I don't know what it is.
A little bit, but
more money.
Yeah.
He's got a bigger wallet.
Yeah, so, I'm excited for him.
Big game. I don't know if you saw this. His dog, Jake. I mean, when he signed that extension,
I did.
You know who the happiest in the room was? His dog, Jake.
How's Jake?
Jake.
He's been good.
And he threw out the first pitch.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, but he's great. You know, he loves LA, of course, the weather. You know, the whole thing. You know, yeah. It's just, you know, he's my literally son. You know, so you know.
Aww.
Dogs and Jake feel what the owners feel.
Yeah.
So when we got that big contract, the dog was like, "Oh yeah, we're eating good. I need a new pillow. I need a new dog house."
Yeah. You know, he's happy now for sure.
Did you like throwing out the first pitch because you're a baseball player?
Yeah. No,
How cool was that?
I wanted to do it for a long time. I don't think I'd never done it in my life, so that was the first time, and it was a big moment. So and the crowd was crazy. It was a Japanese night too.
Yeah, so cool.
Were you nervous?
I was, it was surprisingly, like when I walked in the mountains, like I was like, oh my god, this is actually, I'm here.
Did you play in Japan? Baseball's
I did when I was little, when I was kids, when I was in elementary school, I did it. Yeah.
So what, you know, if with the Japanese heritage or background, like people want to know, like, what is a cuisine and food that you like other than Japanese food? What is like your favorite Italian, you know, soul food? What's like? What do you get into?
I like Italian for sure. I had about a similarity to Italian food and the Japanese food. So
really?
Yeah, Italian's like a really, like, you know, I like Italian, like I like African food, you know, I like you know, those like Caribbean food, like, you know, like any kind of food.
Okay, now which one can you cook yourself?
Oh, I can't. Nothing. Like me and no cook for me. No.
All right.
That's where the conversation comes to an end with the food.
It was fun to have you on set. We hadn't had you yet because you came mid-season last year. We're so excited to have you back.
Thank you, guys.
And you're gonna have a great year, man.
Thank you.
You're gonna have a great year.
It's awesome.
All right, we appreciate you. There's Rui. He's going on with the rest of his media day. I want to show you guys what he did in the regular season and then the playoffs, because big game, I thought you said it perfectly. He found that dog in him, and these numbers are crazy. I mean, look at the playoffs, big game. 56% from the field, just a hair under 50 from three, 49% the entire game, 12.2 points per game, and he won some playoff games for the Lakers.
He sure did, and he was very impactful in a lot of games, especially on the defensive end. I mean, he hit some big threes, but he was able to block shots, put his muscle into the game, guard, you know, bigger and taller players, and he's not a young rookie. You know, he's been in the league a little while, hasn't been playing as much. He was in D.C., didn't really find his footing there, but he's not some young rookie. He's been, you know, thinking about what he needs to do to get back to the type of basketball he was playing when he was drafted. and I think he's definitely found a home here in Los Angeles.
All right, the other member of our team, Mike Bresnahan, patiently waiting by, Cam Reddish.
All right, Cam, welcome to the Lakers. How's it been so far for you?
It's been a lot of fun. Great vibes, very positive, and just a ton of fun so far. A lot of great work getting in. It's a world-class organization. I mean, world-class vets, so just trying to take it all in and learn a lot.
Now, you had the mini training camp already with LeBron. How was that as far as chemistry? Did you guys have some good times, that type of thing?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Got to know the guys a little bit better, went to dinner, things like that. Obviously got to go on the floor, had some fun drills, shooting games, things like that, so it was fun.
Okay, sounds like you guys are off to a pretty good start. What did you work on the most during the offseason?
A little bit of everything. Worked on my body a lot in the weight room a lot, and being a lot better catch-and-shoot shooter from three, and then it's being, like I said, my body, so I can play defense to the best of my ability. So.
Okay, so you had a little muscle?
A little muscle, yeah.
Okay, can we ask how much?
I think I gained about 12 pounds.
12 pounds? I did too, but not the good type at all. I had ice cream and stuff. You didn't.
Nah, it was good weight. It was good weight.
All right, what's it like so far with LeBron and AD? Obviously, the big names here on the franchise.
I haven't been around them too much yet on the floor, but around them throughout the facility and stuff, they've been super cool. Super approachable. So, I'm looking forward to the rest of the year.
What made you choose the Lakers? You were a free agent, probably had some options. Why here?
I don't think there's a better option. You know what I mean? Everything that comes with it, it's just going to be a great experience for me. And I don't know. There's a lot of answers I could give on that one. So.
All right. Are you motivated this season? Like, are you excited for this? Or are you kind of like, okay, new team, I want to show the world, remind the world what I can do?
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. I mean, I got an opportunity to win. I have an opportunity to prove myself. So, it's kind of the best of both worlds. I get to learn from the best and being around the best every day. So, I'm looking forward to it.
Rob Pelinka had a press conference last week, and he mentioned the depth of this team being a really, really big selling point. I mean, this team's going to be pretty good, hopefully go pretty deep. Do you sense the good depth as well?
Yeah, I agree. You can see it every day. When we're working out, everybody has a little bit of something to their game. So it's only going to make us better. And so training camp should be fun.
Austin Reaves, he had a great end of the season, continued it on Team USA. How much have you seen from him so far?
He was at USA most of the time, so I didn't really get too much chance to see him a lot like that. But he's been around.
He claims he's a good golfer. How's your golf game?
I'm not there yet.
All right, good. So you and I will golf. We'll get better together, then we'll take him on.
You can go.
All right, Cam. Thanks for the time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of Media Day as well.
Appreciate you.
Welcome back to Lakers Media Day here on Spectrum Sportsnet as we take you behind the scenes, presented by Sixt. Oh, AD's looking good in that monitor. AD's ready, isn't he, Allie?
Fresh threads.
You know
He's
it's...
got it all locked in.
My friends, guess who joins us right now? The talk of the summer. He got the bag this summer, Allie.
He did.
Rui said he looks a little different. It's the wallet is heavier. Okay. He bought some new clubs. Okay. Hillbilly Bogey, his TikTok
It's fire.
is on fire. And I got to leave with this.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
That's
all
all we need to talk about.
That's
we
all
don't
we
have to talk
And
about
by the
anything
way,
else.
I think you're happy Travis Kelce is taking a little shine off.
For sure. Shout out him.
Speaking of the bag, really quick, are the pregame fits going to be elevated this year?
No.
I mean, no offense to
It's
the
going to be the
Knights.
same.
I like it.
It's
Same?
going to be the same.
Oh, man.
Sweats and Jordan
I
ones,
love
no
it.
big deal.
Okay, Austin, there was so much talk around how much money you would get, how many teams would come after you. What was that process like for you that ended with you as a Laker?
Yeah, it was sort of a stressful situation. I don't stress much, so it doesn't really take much for me to get stressed if I am. But, this was where we wanted to be the whole time. We wanted to be back in L.A., whatever it took. We wanted to be back here and try to win a championship. Obviously, with that being the first time I went through that, it was kind of fun, though, at the same time. Just, going through that experience. But like I said, at the end of the day, we wanted to be here and can't complain about, getting paid that amount of money for, playing a kid's sport.
Yeah, you guys did a lot in building chemistry and cohesiveness and really sticking in there when there were a lot of doubters, a lot of injuries, the way you started. Talk about how chemistry and cohesiveness, losing with the team, had to do with your decision to come back.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in the past 2 years I've created really good relationships, front office, medical staff, weight staff, and obviously players, Brian, AD, D-Lo, just creating that and feeling comfortable in a situation. The grass isn't always greener somewhere else, even if the money's a little better.
There you go.
But it was all about, being in a place where I felt comfortable, felt like I had an opportunity to, go win a championship and, get to go to war, every day with, guys that I genuinely like to be around.
It was the weather, really, right?
That was a big part of it. For sure. The traffic was not it, but the golf was. They played a factor.
I will say, just speaking of that chemistry and the cohesion, when you think about this squad, you recently just said that you felt like you guys had the deepest team in the league. And I think AD just mentioned to the media over there, he feels like because of that carryover, you guys are already kind of rolling with a head start. What do you think realistically this team can accomplish this season?
I think we can win a championship. You bring back a core that, made a really good run to the Western Conference Finals and fall short to the team that, won it all. You bring that back, but then on top of that, you add a lot of guys that, can, fill voids that we needed last year. And like I said, I feel like we have the most talented roster in the NBA, from 1 to 14, and I stand on that. So it'll be fun to really get to work, this week, tomorrow with these guys and see what we really can accomplish.
Undrafted, coming to the Lakers, playing on the USA team. What's that experience like? And playing with other players, another coach, what kind of experience can you bring back to the Lakers having gone through that?
Yeah, a lot. The experience was great. Obviously, we didn't finish the way we wanted to. Anytime you step on a court, you want to win. We fell short of doing that over there. But as far as just an opportunity to, play a different game, be around, basically all-stars, be around a Hall of Fame coach, Steve Kerr, Spo, and Ty Lue, and just seeing how they approach the game, things that they do, to get themselves ready mentally, what state they're in, to get, like I said, into games, I could take a little bit of that from everybody and just, try to apply what I think could help me.
What aspect of your game do you think was unlocked with Team USA, and can it translate here to the Lakers?
I think just being able to fit, wherever. Obviously, we got Bron, AD, D'Lo, Rui. We got a lot of talent, like I've said many a times. Just being able to, in game, figure out kind of what the game needs. And I feel like I did that over there. Competing against those teams, I could feel, out the game and feel what the game needed and try to do that. And that's basically, what I'm going to do this year.
To take you back to the postseason just for a second, last year, I often get chills still watching that clip of you claiming I'm him in that first round. They often say players are made in the postseason. And Rob Pelinka saying on Thursday to the media that he feels you have that Mamba gene, which is the ultimate sign of respect. What do you think the postseason kind of showed you about your ceiling?
A lot. It basically, that being my first real postseason game other than the playing game. Honestly, I didn't have a good first half, but nobody talks about that. I think I was 2 for 7 from the field. Brian looked at me at halftime, and there was a couple plays where I thought I got fouled, and he was just like, "Look, it's different. Like, you can't be expecting to get those calls. You got to go finish. Like, you got to be a player." And just with how that game ended, basically there was a possession where someone got the rebound, threw it to Bron, and I was running the floor, and he was yelling at me to come back and get the ball. And the whole time, I don't know why, but like my mind just was like, why is LeBron giving me the ball right now?
Wow. So
I basically can't do anything that's not going to be good. Like, I got to get something good out of this possession. Went down. I think I hit a 3.
It was like 7 possessions in a row. You navigated the offense.
For sure. So the whole time in my head, I don't know what other people would be thinking about, but I was just thinking I can't make LeBron look dumb right now. Like, I got to go do something good. But the playoffs is fun, and that's what you dream about playing in. And obviously a hostile environment, Memphis, good team, and really just trying to raise your level of play to what the game provides.
With your progression, Allie made a comment midseason that you were really working hard, and that your attitude was that you belonged in the NBA. That's the attitude you have to have. You're going to have a target on your back now. Because you're not Austin Reaves, the young undrafted player. You're now Austin Reaves, the USA player that played this summer, a big part of the Lakers, integral part of their success and what they do. So now on the scouting reports, how do you approach getting better and then preparing for the opposition? Because they're going to come at you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just got to lock yourself in the gym and have a mentality just to get better every day. Obviously knowing that you're going to move up on the scouting report, but the beautiful thing about what we have is we got a lot of guys that should be high on the scouting report. You can't just scout for 2 or 3 guys. You really got to scout for everybody on our team. So just having that, that as well as along with what I feel like I'm capable of doing helps me, because you don't have to really press and try to go prove what I already know myself. Like, I can really just play the game the right way and do the right things.
We got to let you go, but my last thing, I'm going off script here. If one was to go to your hometown, what must one do?
There's nothing to do there.
Well, you're invited us next summer.
Well, yeah, you can come. We'll figure out something fun to do.
Favorite food. It's got to be
favorite food. You got my mom's cooking for sure.
Okay,
anything. She can cook.
Okay.
Yeah, she can cook.
All right.
For sure.
By the way, the rest of the media day will not be this fun, but thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
AR. All right, that Lakers media day is rolling on. We're having a lot of fun. We've heard from Rui, LeBron. We've heard from Austin Reaves. Brez is doing work. Lakers media day will roll on. There's LeBron James. His 21st. Of course, that was a lot of fun talking to Austin Reaves back with the Lakers. Allie and Big Game. He hasn't changed a bit. He's just gotten, like we said, he's got a new contract, and everyone knows him now. He's not sneaking up on anybody.
No, he's not.
But he's ready for it.
He is. And, country is going to remain country. It never changes, regardless of the money. He knows where his head is. He knows what he has to do. He's had some pretty early success, and now he's working on sustaining it. Playing for Steve Kerr and the USA team gives him a ton of knowledge.
What can that do for a young player, Big Game?
For a guy to even make that team,
yeah,
and then to experience that, practicing with other great players, other great coaches. It's a wealth of knowledge that you can get in such a short time. And so I think he's the type of player that is a sponge to that. And we're going to see, I think, a new and improved, a better, even a more efficient and consistent Austin Reaves.
I got to tell you, he's walking up right now. I see him.
Yeah, he is.
I see the gaucho.
Yeah, he is.
Hi, nice to meet you, Alex.
What's happening? How are you, brother? Good to see you.
Welcoming to the set for the first time.
For the first time.
Gabe Vincent. Big Game and Allie. This is awesome.
He's used to the big stage.
He's used to the big stage because he was shooting 38% from 3 in the playoffs.
No big deal.
He was going for 30 and a half minutes, 13 points per game. So he is used to the big stage. Listen, I know, Gabe, I want to start here. I know it was tough leaving Miami. They gave you your first 2-way contract. You mentioned the love you have for that city, for that fan base, for that franchise. But we're happy to have you here as a Laker, and so is Laker Nation. Have you felt that? Being here in Los Angeles?
Absolutely, yeah. I felt it. Being from the West Coast, being able to come back home, it's been a warm welcome. Obviously my time in Miami was great. I'm thankful for them, but, it's looking forward to this new chapter.
We got to ask, how's our guy Tough Juice?
He's doing well, man. That's my guy. That's my guy. He's doing well.
So what's the mentality like? You play for Miami. You're coming to a pretty good, successful organization. What's the mentality coming in for a player like you who's going to have a major impact on what this team does, whether you start or whether you come off the bench?
Yeah, I'm just looking forward to competing, for putting on these threads and go out there and competing and representing this organization and this city. You know what I mean? And we play to win the game, so I want to do everything I can to help my team win, and I'm just looking forward to those opportunities.
To that point, obviously so much is said, and respectfully so, about the Heat culture. Being a part of that, how does that help you translate into a squad that is carrying over a big piece of their core, of course, but as you try to complement that and pick up where they kind of left off?
Yeah, I think that culture was great for me, especially early in my career. Helped me set a lot of great habits and rituals and so forth. And I'm looking forward to bringing what I accomplished in Miami and what I did there to the Lakers and helping them try to get over this hump.
You know, some of that culture, Miami culture, started here in LA with Pat Riley.
Good point, big game.
I knew it grew a little bit, so he's coming to his, like, you know, another home, back home.
It feels like home, I'll tell you that much.
Did you see Jimmy Buckets today?
I did.
Did you see your boy today?
I did. I texted him about the hair, you know what I mean? He's trolling a little bit, but I'm glad he's having a little fun on media day.
You know, your journey has been really cool to see growing up in Stockton, UCSB, undrafted, to then being such a big part of a run to the NBA Finals. How has that all shaped you as a player?
Oh, man, I'm blessed. I'm blessed beyond belief. You know, I'm grateful for the opportunities I've had and to take advantage of them. And I'm just looking forward to continue that going now and here with the Lakers.
You mentioned it. You'll do whatever. You'll wear whatever hat is necessary to help this team win. The mini camp that you guys held, I know it's early and there's still a lot to be seen and developed with this squad as a whole, but where do you see yourself kind of impacting early?
I mean, I think it'll be different every night, like you mentioned. Like, this team will need something different to win each game, and sometimes it may be being more of a cheerleader, sometimes it may be having more of an explosive offensive night, or just being a defensive focus that night. So whatever the case may be, I'm just looking to fill in the gap and help this team win.
Just being an operator on the floor. We watched you in Miami. You were, you know, like the quarterback. You knew how to get people engaged. What do you see with the Lakers? You know, we got LeBron, AD. We got a lot of weapons here.
Absolutely.
And you can score yourself. So how do you see injecting that type of knowledge of knowing how to run a team on the court like you've done in the past?
Yeah, man, you mentioned it. You hit it around the head. We have a number of guys that can score the ball. Very talented group. So, I mean, I think that part makes my job almost easier. You know, if I'm out here trying to facilitate, I got a number of weapons all over the place. And it's just playing basketball the right way. I think a lot of that will happen organically and naturally. And I'm just looking forward to, you know, spending more time with my teammates on the court.
When you come to a new team like this, but it's a team that was together and made a run to the Western Conference Finals, at least when it comes to the core, how important is training camp for you to get to know how guys play, how they like it, how they want the ball, all that stuff?
Yeah, well, I think it's huge. Anytime you can spend with your teammates, I think shows at the end of the day. You know, that continuity, that camaraderie, it always ends up showing. You know, you guys sit up here and say, that team just looks so connected. You know what I mean? And it's not by accident. You know, you can't fake the funk on that. And it shows when it comes crunch time.
Obviously, you got it.
No, you go.
You played for one of the great coaches in Eric Spoelstra, and Darvin Ham, so impressive. I know we talk about him a lot in his first season in that head chair here in LA. Yeah. What has that been like, getting to know Darvin and just kind of his philosophy?
It's been great. Getting to just, you know, peel back the curtain, get to see how he thinks, how he views the game, a little bit of his background, get to know him better. You know, obviously I had some time with Spo, got to know him on a personal level, which was a pretty good amount, and got to know how he thinks, and, you know, looking forward to doing the same with Darvin.
From South Beach to Venice Beach, what's your preference? I mean, people like, you know, people like to come to South Beach.
Look,
you know,
I'm going to put it like this. I'm from California, man. I'm from California. I'll put it that way.
I don't know, man. South Beach gets a high rating sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, it's a special place.
Welcome, brother.
When you think Lakers, like, what's one of the greatest memories for you if you ever think Lakers? Like, obviously, some people say Kobe's 81, or, you know, I was like Magic in Big Game. Is there a moment that sticks out for you?
You know, the first one that sticks out of my mind is a Kobe lob to Shaq after a cross at the top of the
2000
key.
Game 7.
Yeah, with 2000 Portland, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, so that's the clip that just jumped into my mind when you said that.
Yeah.
But it's hard to talk about the Lakers without talking about Kobe and Shaq. I think that's, you know, my era as well, so it jumps to the forefront of my mind.
Has it hit, I'm sorry, has it hit you that as someone from California, you are wearing a Laker uniform?
Yeah, it hits me sometimes. You know, I have a jersey in my house. I've been sitting out just so I see it every day. Like, you know, this is, you know, reality.
This is real.
We are home, and, you know, my friends and family are all super excited, obviously, me being closer to them. And so it's been great. It's been fun.
Last thing, how was Spain?
I had a great time. I had a great time.
Do you
my
like
first
to travel?
time in Europe.
Yeah.
I do like to travel.
Yeah.
Most of the time I've traveled has been for basketball, so I had some time for me. You know, I still managed to work out and work on my game a bit, but it was nice to see the
Barcelona,
world.
Madrid, Malaga.
Barcelona.
Yeah.
In Paris and Barcelona.
The tapas are good. They
Good
got some
food.
Good croquettes.
Great culture.
Good
great
food,
wine.
great wine, great people.
Oh, yeah, man.
That's awesome.
What more
One
you
of my
need?
favorite places, brother.
Yeah.
Gabe Vincent, man, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Welcome,
on
man.
Media
Appreciate
Day. We're
y'all.
so happy you're a member of this Lakers family. We're now going to go over to Mike Bresnan. He's with Christian Wood.
Christian, I'm not going to hug you, but I'm very excited that you're here. We've been talking about you so much on our shows for months. You're finally a part of the Lakers. How's it going so far?
It's going great. I'm happy to be here. Good group of guys. Everybody's been meshing well. Everybody's been playing well. And it's good to see you. And, it's great. It's great. I'm excited to be here.
What were some of the determining factors for you that said, hey, I do want to sign with the Lakers?
Well, me knowing half the players that's already on this team, a big thing I would say is Rob and Darvin. Them doing their recruiting, I should say, really well. My agent got to talk to Rob almost every single day. I talk to Darvin Ham every single day. Me and him have a relationship going back to when I was in the G League, and he was at Gerg's camp, rooting me on, saying how well I'm going to do. And us just having that relationship from Milwaukee until now, it's just been great. And we talked every single day, so it's good.
Yeah, they mentioned that last week at their joint press conference. Like, it was a big deal for them to be in contact with you. I mean, you definitely felt wanted, like, okay, this sounds like a pretty good fit.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they've really called more than any other team, so it's great. It's great.
What's your role going to be? Are you going to be starting? Are you going to be coming off the bench?
I have no clue, but whatever it's going to be, I'm ready to try and help this team win as many games as possible. I'm going to say it. I've been saying today, this whole time, is that my main thing is to get to the playoffs. I haven't been to the playoffs yet. I want to win games. I want to try and get to the end goal, which is a championship. So that's what I'm really focused on. Starting, coming off the bench, it doesn't matter. Darvin told me I was going to play a big role with this team, whether it's starting or coming off the bench. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, Darvin did mention last week at that press conference that indeed, Christian and I, we've talked about him getting to the playoffs for the first time.
Yeah.
What would that mean to you?
Everything. I mean, that's when when it really matters, when everything really boils down. So I'll be ready.
Now, also, I want to talk to you about what you said, saying, hey, Dallas, I learned some stuff, but I'm carrying a little chip on my shoulder because of that. What sort of energy will that give you this season?
I'm motivated. I'm very motivated. I think this might be one of my more motivated seasons. Probably my most motivated season I probably went into since being undrafted.
Is that because things didn't work out quite the way you wanted, or just
everything? The narrative, everything people have been saying about me, the false narrative. I'm just ready to prove a lot of people wrong.
Rob did say last week a lot of depth on this team. Do you sense that already?
Yeah, I mean that was another big thing coming to this team. You look around, you have guys. Teams like Drew going to Boston, Dame going to Milwaukee. Phoenix is a deep team in terms of starting five. All of those teams have good starting fives, but I think with this team we have the most depth. I don't think the teams have more. No team in the league has more depth than we have.
What's it been like for you around LeBron James? I mean, the guy's gonna be 39 in a couple months. It's his 21st NBA season.
I mean, I'm already learning from LeBron. I think it was day one when I first walked in the gym to get my first workout in. It was like 7 a.m. When I had to start my workout. I'm walking in the gym and I see LeBron already in a full sweat working out. So as a guy that's never really played with LeBron before, to see that, it made me want to get in the gym earlier than LeBron. So
how do you see yourself playing off of Anthony Davis, also a very good player in his own right?
I think we're both a good pairing. We've actually talked a lot. He's recruited me to try and come here during the summer as well. I think with his length, him be able to block shots, my length, me be able to block shots. I can piggyback off of him. He can help me defensively. I can help him offensively. I think we could just really figure each other out and get this thing going. I think our length and my ability to be able to switch on the perimeter and guard some guards sometimes, and his ability to be able to guard 1 through 5 is kind of good. And like I said, our length and in terms of the paint is going to be great.
Last one for you. How far can this team go in the playoffs?
Championship.
That's the goal all around.
That's the goal.
Hope you get there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Great work, Brez. Awesome to hear. Christian Wood is excited and ready. Look at that season with the Mavs. 16.5 points, 52% from the field, 38% from three, over 7 rebounds and over a block per game, but he still feels that he needs to change the narrative, and LA is where he wants to do it.
喜欢这支影片的话，欢迎按赞及分享，支持记得订阅并开启小铃铛，才能接收到最新的影片通知。